Welcome back to video 2 of the Readiness Screener. In this video, I will demonstrate how you can access your student information in order to grade the 2 open-ended tasks that students need to complete in the Readiness Screener, and show you how you can also access the data. So first, I went to Clever. I tapped on the red icon and tapped Study Sync and opened up my platform. As you can see, it recognizes who I am. Welcome back, Jennifer Sanchez. And in order to see the assessment, I'm going to go here to my assignments, and then I'm going to select tests. And you can see that I have 3 classes that were assigned the assessment. If you notice, 2 of my 3 classes have this triangle with an exclamation mark. That just means that there's something that needs to be graded. So I need to go into those classes and grade some open-ended. As you can see, my last class does not have that triangle because I've already graded their open-ended responses. So as you can see, it'll tell me how many students completed the assessment, how many of them have a finished grade already that I completed. It'll say also when students start, what date they have until they complete it. So I can go ahead and I'm going to click the name of the assessment. As you can see, here are the students in the class, and I can see their raw scores at the moment. If there is a triangle, that means that something still needs to be graded here. So for example, student Francisco Flores has open-ended responses that I have not graded yet. However, Ariana Gonzalez does not have the triangle. That means this is her final score. So she received 17 out of the max score of 24. So this gives me right away an indication of, how students are doing in this class. But I can always drill down further to get more information so that I get a better idea of how students are doing. If I go to view, it'll give me a scoring breakdown. If I select here, I can see at a glance how my students are doing, which questions students struggled with. So for example, here we got 38% of the students got this question wrong, question number 9. So that might be something that I want to go back and revisit with them. As you can see, students did very well with question number 11. So maybe I just need to revisit with one student because the majority of the students got this question correct. And this gives me an idea of how they did overall. So now I can always go back to my default view again. And now let me show you how to answer the open-ended. So if you have a triangle, you're going to click here. This orange is a hyperlink where it says submitted. If I tap that, it'll open up the student's assessment. So right now, I can go here to the questions. And if I scroll through, I can see that question 9 needs for me to do some type of grading. And so does question number 18. Also, I want to show you that when students complete the assessment, it'll tell you whether or not the student got the answer wrong. So here it says the student chose a response that misinterprets the importance of the specified event in developing plot. It got a score of 0 out of 1 points. If for some reason I wanted to override that score or give that student feedback, I have that option. If a student gets an answer correct, for example, here, the students received the 1 point. As you can see, the answer is in green. It'll say the student chose the correct response, demonstrating that the student can determine the meaning of figurative language in context. So that's something that you can look out for. Now let's go to question number 9 so I can show you how to score. So here is question number 9. I can read the question if I need to. Here is the student's response. Then it gives me the standard that it's addressing, and it's a rubric score of a 0, a 1, or 2. And as you can see, if you hover over each of the scores, it'll tell you why it's a 0 or 1 or a 2, the breakdown of the rubric score. And then in addition to that, I can always go back and overwrite a score. I can also give it additional feedback if I need to. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, well, how do I know what the answer is to this question? There is a way for you to identify the answers to the open-ended questions. So I will also be showing you that as well. So I'm going to step out again and go up to the top ribbon to assess. And I am going to go to my filter and select readiness screener. I'm going to find the grade 7 assessment, which is what I assigned the students. And then I can look at the questions if I need to. But if I go to actions in the upper right hand corner, I can see my view answer key. I will select that. And then it'll tell you that students are expected to do an essay or multiple choice questions. It gives you the breakdown. And then I can see that question number 9 and 18 are open-ended. So I'm going to scroll down so that I can see what the response should look like. So here is question number 9. It gives me a sample response with a sample explanation. And here's the rubric breakdown. And then if I scroll to number 18, again, here is my sample response and explanation. And here's my rubric. So I can have this tab open while I go back to grade on the student assignments. I will go to assignments, select test, select the grade level that I need to grade. Here is Francisco. He's the only one right here that needs to be graded. I'm going to go to question number 9. Now I'm going to look at his response and compare it to the response that was given to me. And then I'm going to choose which response, which rubric number I'm going to give him based on his response. So I'm just looking for content, and that's how you would do this. Hope this is helpful.